Hello and welcome back to Rewind and Learn. Today's episode looks at something visual and practical. Catholic sculptures and statues. Why Catholics use them, what they represent, and why other Christians sometimes disagree. This topic links belief, worship and tradition. So let's rewind and learn. So Catholics will use statues and sculptures as an aid to prayer, a visual reminder of belief, and tools for teaching the faith. They are not worshipped. Now, statues are commonly found in Catholic churches, schools, homes, and even outdoor shrines. And almost all Catholic churches will contain a crucifix, a statue of Mary, and often statues of other saints, including the parish's patron saint. And Catholics believe humans are both spiritual and physical, and therefore visual and physical objects can help focus the mind on God. A crucial Catholic teaching is that statues are never worshipped. Catholic worship, known as latria, is directed to God alone. Statues are instead used as focus points, reminders, representations. And Catholics state that praying in front of a statue is not the same as praying to the statue. The statue helps the believer concentrate, reflect, visualise beliefs. So what are some of the statues? Well, let's start with the crucifix, a cross with Jesus' body displayed, one of the most important Catholic images. It reminds Catholics of Jesus' suffering, God's love for humanity, and the seriousness of sin. Now, unlike the empty cross, the crucifix shows the physical pain Jesus endured, the cost of salvation, and Christ's willingness to suffer freely. And Catholics believe this visual reminder helps deepen gratitude, repentance, and compassion. We often get statues of Mary. Mary is the mother of the Church, and statues of Mary frequently depict her as gentle, obedient, humble, loving. Catholics do not worship Mary. Instead, she's honoured as the mother of Jesus, a model disciple, and an example of faithful obedience to God. Statues of Mary remind Catholics to trust God, to live humbly, and to say yes to God's will, as Mary did. There's also the Sacred Heart statue, which depicts Jesus with his heart visible, often surrounded by flames and a crown of thorns. This image symbolises God's love for humanity, Christ's suffering, compassion and mercy. Now, the Sacred Heart focuses particularly on God's goodness shown through self-sacrificial love. You'll often find the Stations of the Cross around the church. These consist of 14 images representing the final moments of Jesus' life. They're especially important during Lent and help Catholics to reflect on suffering, develop empathy, and unite their own suffering with Christ's. Walking the stations is a form of devotional prayer, an embodied physical act that mirrors Jesus' journey to the cross. And in this way, statues move beyond decoration and become part of lived worship. Now, the Catholic Church officially supports the use of statues and sacred arts. In Vatican II in the 1960s, the document Sacrosanctum Concilium stated that sacred art and images should lift the mind to God, express religious truth, and support worship and devotion. The document explains that sacred art achieves its purpose when it is directed towards the single aim of turning men's minds devoutly towards God. So this means that statues are not distractions, they're tools to aid devotion when used properly. There are some disagreements with this, of course, based on the Ten Commandments, you shall not make for yourself an idol. During the Reformation, many Protestant churches removed statues, believing they encouraged idolatry. but Catholics responded saying they're not worshipping them, they're used as reminders. And we also have the Jewish perspective. Again, Judaism prohibits images of God and discourages human depictions in worship. As a result of this, synagogues focused on the text, and often abstract designs are used instead of statues. So, to bring it all together, Catholics use statues as aids to prayer, not objects of worship. The crucifix focuses on suffering and love. Statues of Mary and the Sacred Heart model obedience, compassion and goodness. The Stations of the Cross support devotional prayer. The document Sacrosanctum Concilium officially supports sacred art, and other Christians and Jews may reject images for theological reasons. That's Catholic sculptures and statues, visual theology, lived worship, and fully examined.